Hey everybody, it's me, I'm Makna. We're back with some more Xenoblade Chronicles. Woo! I'm here for, I don't know, something. I'm here to go take down things. Yeah, I have no idea where I was going with that. Last time we did we made our way finally into Makna Forest, and I am just so excited for this area, because I just love this area. The bits. It's not my favorite area in the game, but it's definitely one of my favorites. Oh, watch out for that guy. Oh, he doesn't have a sight anyway. The Corbel of Petrax. Yeah, this game has a tendency to like to throw random enemies at you that have like extremely high level comparisons to you. I think it's nice because, like, it makes the world feel a lot more, like, you at least go to different places you've already been, and Shulk is gonna die. Why did I do that?
I can't go on.
Regardless, about my weird tendency to have jumped off the bridge there for no reason, gonna head over here to the Agni tablet. I don't know. I just really, really like this area. Turning nighttime though. Running around. I don't know. I don't really have the words to describe why I really like this area. I just find it interesting. Also, I nearly died there. That would have been sick. Just going through. Pretty much ignoring most enemies because on your own with Shulk to try and take down these enemies would be pretty damn difficult. Not gonna lie, and I'd rather not try and do that. And then right over here is our... Looks like it's our objective. Let's quick get the ethers out of here. And get this. Finally got those ether crystals.
Huh? Who are you?
Hello there.
Hello.
How unusual. It is quite rare to see a Homs in this region. I suppose you're wondering why I am here in that case. Then permit me to introduce myself. My name is Alvis.
Alvis? My name's...
It's Shulk. Isn't it?
How did you know that?
Wielder of the Monado, defender of Colony 9, the hero that has every mechon running. You're famous amongst all Homs.
I know you from somewhere.
They're here.
Huh?
The Monado emits a particular ether wavelength in its ground state. It must have drawn them.
Huh? Oh! What are they? Alvis! Get out of the way! I'll deal with this myself. From the left? Then I'll go. Huh? How? It can't be! I saw its movement before it struck! How can it...
It is a Telethia.
Telethia?
They can read your mind. Whether you have a vision or not, if they know your next move, it's all in vain.
You know about my visions? How could you possibly...
There is only one way. Stop it in its tracks, then dull its perception.
No, Albert! Stop! You don't know how to... Huh? A new symbol? Ha! That was... amazing.
I suggest you stop staring. The sword is yours to wield.
What was that light?
The Monado does not control itself. You control it.
I control it. By the light of the Monado. I will stop them.
With a new Monado art in tow, we have learned. Shulk has finally learned the last major story Monado art. The Monado Purge. Let's take care of the Telethia. Monado Purge is capable of removing auras. This is a very useful tactic, since there's very little enemies that we can really use this against. When the Telethia uses Soul Read, it nearly maxes out its evasion with like a 95% evasion. It's very hard to hit it, but by using Monado Purge, it can actually remove that.
Well done. Everyone, let's go!
Feel my power.
Telethia are a real pain because of this. Oh, we also learned Battle Soul. I didn't even notice that.
Feel my power.
Got a vision. Shockwave. And we're gonna completely negate it, so amazing. Uh-oh. Oh, now we're not negating it anymore.
Feel my power. Looks rather painful.
Nice one! Right here! Stream ahead! Lend us your power!
Purge this fool.
Feel my
Behold the
power.
power of the Monado!
Feel my power.
Alright,
Got these guys. Got another vision.
Feel my power.
we can definitely do this! No escape!
Yikes.
Light kill!
Should be fine now.
Monado's power! I'm alright!
Another interesting thing about Monado Purge, it's actually an ether art.
Here we go!
Meaning, the only reason you'd ever not actually land it.
Well, you see now, Shulk?
Thank you. Hey, wait a second. More importantly, where on Bionis did you learn to use the Monado?
They were not the primary Telethia. Merely its spawn. The primary Telethia dwells elsewhere in Makna Forest. Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
A girl?
The Monado is a divine sword capable of disturbing the very fabric of existence. Of both the material and the immaterial.
Alvis, how do you know so much about the Monado? Who are you?
Shulk! Shulk!
Huh? That's Ryan. I'm over here!
Shulk, we looked all over for you. Thought you'd been eaten by the forest.
Sorry, Ryan. I got attacked by Telethia. If it hadn't been for Alvis, I wouldn't have survived.
Alvis? Who's that?
I'll introduce you. He's the one that... Alvis? But he was...
There's no one here.
I'm telling you, he was right here. He even taught me how to unlock a new power from the Monado.
Just you and me, Shulk. Ain't no one else around. You probably passed out from dehydration and dreamt this guy up. Come on. Wait till the others hear this.
He was here, Ryan. I didn't dream it. I'm not lying.
Okay, okay. I believe you. And while you were having fun with your imaginary friend, did you find any ether crystals?
Yes. Good quality ones, too.
Perfect. Come on. We should hurry them back to Sharla. Hang around here long enough and we'll get whacked by an imaginary beast.
I'm not lying. Alvis, who are you?
An enemy that renders your visions useless. This forest holds many surprises. Not least creatures we've never seen before. And now we know there is another who can use the Monado.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet him.
So you weren't just having a sneaky nap then?
No!
I'm just saying. You and Dunban are the only ones I know that can wield the Monado. How would this guy know how?
Okay, locked and loaded. Everyone, stand back.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's coming round. All thanks to our medic.
Are you okay?
Where am I?
Everything's fine. You're gonna be...
Get your hands off me!
Ah! Hey, watch it!
Forgive me. I did not mean to...
Sorry if we surprised you.
Are you the ones who helped me?
Well, something like that.
Excuse me. My name is Melia. Forgive my indiscretion. I have not had the pleasure of coming into contact with the male Homs.
Coming into contact?
Hey, Shulk, you're creeping this lady out.
Shut up, Ryan.
This large one is far worse.
Me?
Melia, is it? How did you get here then? What, is there no one with you?
I must apologize, but my situation does not concern you. And I shall not be divulging anything to common passers-by.
Duly noted, your ladyship. But if I were to be so bold, I'm guessing that you didn't come here alone. And you weren't just taking an afternoon nap.
And what, may I ask, are you doing here? It is rare to see Homs venture this deep into Makna Forest.
We're traveling to the head of the Bionis. We've got a long journey ahead of us.
The head of the Bionis.
We were just figuring out how to get there when we found you.
I see. Then permit me to return the favor by aiding you in your quest.
Really?
There is only one path to the head of the Bionis. It is the path that leads to Erith Sea.
So, this Erith Sea is at the head of the Bionis.
If you would be kind enough to escort me out of the forest, I will show you the way.
You do that? Thank you, Melia. I'm Shulk. Pleased to meet you.
Shulk. Ah, yes. Likewise.
She's a bit high and mighty. But she's a Homs too, right? Why is she here alone?
Ain't got a clue. Ask her yourself. I'm not good with her posh accent.
We shall travel to the Nopon village.
Nopon village? That's where we've been heading. We reckon it's our best chance of making it to the top.
Since inhabiting the region, the Nopon have been a great help. You can travel to Erith Sea from their village.
It's settled. We'll make our way to the Nopon village.
Very well. The Nopon inhabit a giant tree. If we follow this trail, we will be safe.
We have unlocked a new party member in the form of Melia. Remember what I said earlier about spike damage? Yep. Here's the different kinds of spikes you can take care of. From Makna Forest onwards, you will encounter enemies with spike effects. These monsters can automatically deal damage to you under certain circumstances and such. Spike damage cannot be lessened by having a higher physical defense stat. You need special gems in order to do that. There are different kinds of spike attacks. There's a counter spike, a topple spike, and a proximity spike. All of them deal damage depending on if you hit an enemy. Counter spikes will inflict debuffs or damage if you hit the enemy, just in general. Topple spikes will only inflict if the enemy is toppled or dazed, and proximity spikes will only affect you if you are within proximity of an enemy. Monado Purge can seal such spike effects because they kind of act like permanent auras in a way. Spike defense gems will also be able to reduce the damage dealt by certain effects. You can also use other gems that maybe like the enemy inflicts a bleed on the toppled hit. So you use a bleed defense to reduce bleed or something like that. Just random ideas.
Good.
Not only that, all proximity spikes can be reduced, but all proximity and counter spikes can be negated entirely by toppling the enemy. It's just topple spikes that cannot be negated whatsoever, except for Monado Purge. Let's bring in our new party member. Because, oh boy. She's, quite strong. We're unable to change her headgear at the moment. It's kind of weird. It's not really explained why you're unable to, but I guess for some strange reason they don't want us changing your headgear. Fair enough. If you thought Dunban's starting armor had insane ether defense, get a load of Melia's Crush Shoes with a 40 ether defense. Pretty nice. I gave her the speed boots though because I want to give her some agility. Some quick step on. Also give her some ether. And let's also give her some HP. Just because she has the lowest HP stat of every party member. Oh, and I guess I should mess with her arts. Speaking of her arts, she has some, albeit very interesting arts. we'll show off how each of them works. First, let's level up Spear Break. Let it throw some AP and I'll be right back. Alrighty. If you couldn't already tell, I am really excited to have unlocked Melia. Regardless, let's try our new party member in action. So, Melia works incredibly different from every party member we've seen so far.
Presents no problem whatsoever.
For starters, some of her arts include the summon arts, which, by using, will summon elemental above her head that'll give a ranged party buff. Right now, every party member within range of Melia has a like 20% strength buff. Melia can summon up to 3 different elementals that each all have different party-wide buffs. You can stack any elemental you want, so you're capable of having like up to 3 of any elemental. So I could realistically have 3 summon flares. It is a thing you can do. You could have like 3 summon flares. And if I wanted, I could just sit here and wait out the cooldown. And then have another summon flare ready. It's pretty interesting what you could do for free setup.
Understood.
Her other arts include the first art that we had that it can inflict bind. Pretty interesting. It's not usually all that useful because typically if you're in auto attack range of the enemy can auto attack you, so it's not that great. Spear Break at the moment isn't as great as it could be. It's essentially just Shulk's air slash without the side attack requirement for the slow.
Now you shall witness our power.
Got an enemy up ahead. Summon Aqua applies a regenerate on all party members. Pretty low it's a pretty low HP heal, but it's alright. There's one more thing, however, you could do with elementals that I haven't gone over about yet. Melia's talent art, you might have noticed, seems to already be inactive. That was not built up by using our talent gauge or by doing auto attacks. Melia's talent gauge actually builds up by using it. As you see, she gets a little bar there. And Shulk is dead. That's not good. Hold on.
You cannot fall here. We need you, Shulk.
Yikes. Shulk's back in the blue again.
What? Don't you dare give up. Wake up. Stand there. This is not like you.
Save us from harm! Electric Dustbuster! Worldlies!
Now is the time to die.
By having elemental summon, you can use Melia's talent art elemental discharge. Depending on what it will take the most recent summoned elemental to discharge. So since we most recently summoned a water elemental, it will use the water elemental, which its effect gives you a small HP restoration. All elementals are capable of doing damage. This is also the first character we have that can actually inflict another debuff. Summon Flare. When you use as a discharge elemental, will inflict blaze on the enemy. Blaze is something we've seen before, but I never really went over. It's a 40%. It's 40% of the damage that was dealt to the enemy. We need to take care of that attack. Gale slash the enemy, get a pretty nice damage out.
Timing is everything. Remember that.
I cannot thank you enough. Spear Break!
summon off, use an elemental discharge, get some nice damage off, and some damage over time, take out that, and...
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, Melia's kind of an interesting character. She's a little weird. You're always able to use her elemental discharge, no matter what, as long as you have an elemental summoned. But that probably begs the question. What actually happens when that elemental discharge hits maximum? Well then.
Do your best. Make it a swift victory.
Might be able to see from here.
Worldly slash.
Manifest yourself. The darkness of sleep embraces you. Water, the source of all life.
Backslash. Gale slash.
That's called boom.
Battle fall. I'm
Done
feeling
that.
it.
I expect no less from you.
When you hit max talent gauge, Melia enters a state called Elemental Burst.
Let's stay focused. Not bad.
All of her elementals, when she discharges them, will do double their damage, as well as their effects, I believe, being boosted. It says it on the art. Yeah, when the talent gauge reaches max, all discharge damage is boosted by two times. Now, this is... Now, you might be probably wondering, so what happens, how do you get rid of, how does it go all the way back down? Because realistically, like, if they didn't put in some form of system in place to make Melia's party gauge go back, talent gauge go down after so many uses, then you just have a max party gauge character, talent gauge character always, and she'd always be doing double damage. Well, after using any art, there's a small chance that every time you use an art, that the entire elemental discharge will the elemental burst effect will just disappear entirely. The chance gets lower based off of Melia's current tension. So having a high tension with Melia will increase the amount of arts you can potentially use before elemental burst disappears. It's kind of weird. Again, Melia's a really strange character, but if you're able to figure out how she works early, oh man. I don't want to make this light. If you guys saw some of the Bringer of Chaos stuff that I was doing in Xenoblade 2, and kind of miss seeing big numbers, well, damage over time is Melia's thing. Inarguably, if you want to use Melia to her max potential, going for damage over time DPS is the way to go. Let's see if we can get up here. Not only that, right here is an ether deposit that I want to get. This will be made pretty clear soon whenever we actually learn. This will be made pretty soon later. I definitely, for like one battle, want to show off the craziness that Melia can induce. If it wasn't already clear, Melia is my favorite party member by far my favorite party member. And I'm gonna quick switch the party around just because. So yeah. You might see me playing as Melia quite often. And that's just because I enjoy playing as her way more than I thought I'd ever would. Some new monsters while we're walking around. Terra or Luca's probably gonna see us. Or not. So we make our way down. Off in the distance, we have our landmark. Also below us, Lake Hitamamuts. Yikes. Let's not mess with those anytime soon. Made it to the village entrance.
This is the entrance to Frontier Village.
So this big tree is where the Nopon live.
Ah, Bird Lady. Welcome back, Bird Lady.
I wish to speak with the village chief. Will you permit us to enter?
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I shall take you to the village chief. Follow me.
Hum hum!
Hum here! Hum here!
Hum who? Hum who?
Hum hum everywhere! Me want touch hum hum.
Me want nibble hum hum. Hum hum taste pih. Hum hum scary. Oh.
Nopon of Frontier Village. Melia Antigua has returned. I request an audience with your chief. Chief, will you hear my request?
Melia here. Bird Lady here.
Melia back! Bird Lady back!
Bird Lady?
My dear Melia, it's good to see you again so soon. And you look so well. And what of your men?
They are at one with the Bionis. They sacrificed their lives so that I might escape. But this is not my reason for coming. These Homs need your help. Will you be so kind as to listen to their request?
What could a hum-hum need of me?
They require safe passage to Erith Sea.
I see no reason to deny them. And Melia, what of you?
I have unfinished business in this region. Once these Homs are safely on their way, I shall be on mine as well. That girl. Something's troubling her.
We found her half dead and all alone. But I don't suppose she'll tell us the reason anytime soon.
Maybe we can help. I'll go and talk to her.
Well, as soon as we got her, we immediately lost her. That's alright. Welcome to Frontier Village. Honestly, one of the coolest ideas for a location, in my opinion. Why live on the tree when you can live entirely inside the biggest tree in the entire area? It's insane. And not only that, does it have insane equipment in their armor shop. Nopmon makes some good stuff. Don't sell them short. Regardless, now that we've finally made it to the Frontier Village, and I can gush about how freaking cool this looks, honestly. Like, it's one of my favorite, like, towns in the entire game. Just by look. Regardless, I think that's enough Xenoblade Chronicles for today. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we go find out where Melia went, because I kind of want her back in our party. See y'all then. Also, I'm definitely gonna be doing some off-screen stuff, just so I can get some stuff. I don't know, better armor, new armor next time. Woo!